Live from the jungle. Welcome to another episode. Welcome to the 26th episode. What the fuck? Welcome to the 26th episode or 25th episode of the Lionheart Podcast, and we will be giving you our review of the Battleground pay-per-view, show that took place today. And this show was actually pretty good. I actually liked the show. I enjoyed the show.
It's Point Dragon.
I never thought I'd say this, but it's 3 points say something. 3 points say something. But
But before we get into the show, I just got one thing to say. Welcome to the Dragon's Den. Hey, so let me tell you this: how many haters do you think there were going into this pay-per-view, saying that this pay-per-view wasn't really going to be that good? How many haters? How many haters do you know?
I mean, I don't, not none, not much. I mean, it might have been a few of guys out there that might have said it was gonna suck, but
I mean,
they might have still thought it sucked.
I always say never judge a book by its cover. Right? This pay-per-view showed that. But now back to the Lionheart Podcast.
What the fuck? Anyway, okay, let's get the show started. Well, we promised we wasn't gonna talk about the pre-show, but I might as well tell y'all, for those of you that's not, that's curious. Breezango won the pre-show against the Usos. One of the Usos tried to go for a Samoan splash, but then Tyler Breeze had caught him and he put it into a roll-up pin, and that was it. And they won a match. But let's get into the main show. Where's that at? Again?
So it was nice for a look.
Wait, what? I had burped for a second.
I said it was a nice roll-up pin.
Yeah, it was a pretty nice roll-up pin. And getting into the main show, the first match of the show was Dana Brooke and Charlotte versus Sasha Banks and drum roll sucked today.
Bailey.
For those, his voice kind of lagged, but if you didn't hear him, he said Bailey.
Big Booty Bailey.
Big Booty Bailey. Now, it was a rumor going around saying she was gonna be Sasha Banks' partner. I saw the rumor like on Google. I think I was searching up some wrestling stuff and I saw the rumor, and I was like, okay. And then it actually ended up being Bailey, and the crowd marked out when she came out. I was like, man, they had her little floating, they had her little balloon set up and everything. Not balloons, what them things are called? Those little whatever, the little thing she has, the little prop she has in her entrance. But they had
car salesmen usually put them, in their, car salesmen usually using to sell cars. They set them out there next to their cars and stuff.
Just let's just call it a prop because that's pretty much what it is, a prop. But this match was back and forth. Like it wasn't, the match wasn't as long as I thought it would be, but it was back and forth. Barely, she had, she was getting her stuff in. But it ended with Sasha Banks hitting the bank statement on Charlotte. She had Charlotte locked in. Like Charlotte was, she had her locked in. It took a while for her to tap out. Charlotte was actually standing at bank statement for a minute. I was actually surprised by like how long she stood in.
Yeah, that's all you heard. That's all you heard.
Yep. And Bailey and Dana Brooke, they went at it a few times in that match. At one point, Bailey hit that y'all might be familiar with her with Bailey's. It's kind of like a apron drop kick. Like she jumps between the apron and it's kind of like the thing Sami Zayn does, but she does like a drop kick instead through the apron. And she hit it on I think she hit it on Dana, and then Charlotte had hit her with like a elbow to the face. And that's when Charlotte got in the ring and bank statement, and that was it.
I don't know why Bailey doesn't think she's ready for the main roster, because tonight she proved that she is.
Oh yeah, the crowd ready for her too. I think after she's done with this feud with I don't know if she's gonna go after the NXT Championship again, but I think after she has her final match for the title on NXT possibly, then she might just go up to the main roster.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be a big face, and if she turned heel, if she be this big of a face on the main roster and turn heel, that's gonna be a huge shocker. In the future.
She doesn't seem like the type of person that could do something like that.
Yeah, but you never know, what she might be capable of. Like, and during that side of her, if she be a heel, she might be way better than what she is now.
Yep. But guys, after that match, moving on, we have the Wyatt family versus the New Day.
This is a good ass match.
All I gotta say
And Big E,
is
that's
rest
rest
in
in peace to
peace,
his
his
neck.
Biggie. Rest in
That
peace.
man, neck. That man. Okay, Braun Strowman was on the apron, and like Big E went for a spear. And then when he hit the spear, he kind of didn't sell it right. Like he hit him, but then the landing was just kind of off. It's like he landed on top of his head or his neck, and you could tell he was hurt because he was touching his head and stuff. I was like, ooh.
Rest in peace. All I gotta
I
say,
was like,
rest in
damn.
peace.
But this match was pretty good. It was actually a really good match. It was back and forth. It ended with Xavier Woods and I would say Bray Strowman, Bray Wyatt. They were going back and forth. I like how when Xavier Woods actually fighting these matches, he get to show his full in ring potential, and he was showing that in this match. Definitely, this man was hitting a lot of running moves, hitting top rope moves. He tried to go for the big boot. I think his finisher might be the drive by kick. That's what I think. I think he tried to go for it, but then Bray Wyatt caught him with that Sister Abigail, and that was it. And at one point, they've been having what's his name, Xavier Woods. He get kind of he get in a trance kind of. He started to get kind of possessed or whatever when he looked at Bray Wyatt, and he just snapped out of it. And then he got serious, and he was just throwing jabs at Bray Wyatt. Well, like I said before, the Wyatt family won. It ended with a Sister Abigail, and that was it. That was a really
Yep.
good match.
Rest in peace, Biggie. I hope he gets better because I guarantee you, he
Yeah,
will
I
not
think
see
I
him
think I
tomorrow
think
on
Big G
Raw.
might I think Big E might be injured. Possibly he might be injured
Yeah.
because that was kind of. And speaking of injuries, we gonna get more into that later in this video.
Well,
But
actually, you know something they saw on
yeah,
Biggie. I saw him backstage. You remember with the main event, which we'll get into that later. But you remember I saw him backstage. I think he might be fine.
yeah,
He
okay,
might be,
okay. Yeah, you got a
but
point. He might be okay. But
but keep going. We got
that was
this
risky.
next. Yeah. Oh yeah, really risky. But this next match was good. Zack
Oh
Ryder
yeah.
versus Rusev.
Oh
I
yeah.
heard a
See, I
lot of hate
see.
on this
If
match.
y'all seen that prediction, man. If y'all seen that
I,
prediction video, I was going for Zack Ryder in this match, man. And he actually put on a fight. He put on a fight.
and guys, seriously, like, this was, oh my gosh, Ryder,
He
he
brought
did
the fight.
everything he
He
could.
he did
Ryder
everything
did
he could,
everything
man.
he could. He tried, man, but at the
Man,
end of the
it
day,
was crazy.
all I gotta say is the Kalisto came back to bite him. That inverted accolade, man. Zack Ryder, I don't know why he didn't pin off it. He hit the Rough Rider, and instead of pinning, he went to the top of the rope to hit an elbow, and he jumped off right into Rusev's knee. Then a super kick to the back of the head. Then the accolade got locked in.
Yep.
I mean, man, the accolade got locked in. All I remember was Zack Ryder. He held in the accolade. He was about to break it, and I know we just saw. It's almost like I saw Kalisto all over again,
Yep.
man. Rusev just broke that nigga's back.
Like the
That's
first
game.
like when he first applied the accolade, he did the original accolade. He had him like locked in, like he just sat on top of him. But then Zach started getting up. He tried to break it, and Rusev stretched back. Man, that was the game. That was it.
Inverted. Yeah,
He inverted
he
it,
hit that
and
inverted.
that was it. That was it. But like
Man.
before Zach came back with the the Rough Rider and the elbow, whatever, like they were out the ring doing a few moves as well. Like at one point Zack Ryder, he had a drop kick out the barricade on Rusev. That was pretty nice. And yeah, back and forth match.
A guy debuted tonight
And Rusev.
after after Zack Ryder tapped out to Rusev and Rusev retained. Rusev kept on attacking Zack Ryder and
Mojo Rawley.
man, yeah, Mojo
Mojo
Rawley,
Rawley
that
came to the ring.
man,
He was face to face with Rusev. Rusev
yeah,
just stared at Mojo Rawley like nigga,
yeah.
nigga, nigga. Really? He was like, really, nigga. He was just looking at Mojo Rawley like, who are you? And Mojo was like, he was just talking trash to him. What you gonna do? Blah blah blah. So we might see a feud with Mojo Rawley and Rusev possibly, but you know, it'll be nice to see Mojo Rawley feud with Rusev. We get to see Mojo's full potential. Like I ain't really watch him as much on NXT, but I think he might be pretty good against Rusev. He might actually
Yeah,
show
I
his
just
full.
don't. I don't know if we're gonna see it, knowing that they're both on two different shows. But it would be a match I would like to see.
Oh yeah, you're right, you're right. You do got a point. They are on two different shows, but you know, we'll just see what happens next week. And 1 second. Excuse me for that. I had to cough. But anyway, the next
This next
match.
match,
Oh
match of the
man,
night.
match of the
This was
night.
the
Yep,
match of the night.
match of the
Yep.
night. 10 stars. Match of the night.
Perfect, perfect. It was a perfect match.
Woo.
No,
And
nothing
and
wrong.
and this better be the end of the feud between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, because this match was just man. So this next match was Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens.
Mm.
The in-ring
This
chemistry
match.
these guys have is just amazing.
Oh my god.
This match was insane. Like,
I got like 5 points in this match, guys. Literally, I've got 5 points within this match. It was a good match.
I
It
predicted
was
that
a good
I
match.
predicted that Sammy was gonna win, and I just saw Sammy win, and I just didn't see Kevin Owens winning. And Sammy, when he won, that man he made a statement. He won. He ended that feud with
Well,
two hell of a kicks. Like, oh yeah, at one
mm,
point the part when I mentioned early on in the video when I said that I was gonna re-mention injuries. Let's talk about that in this match. Now, Sami Zayn, he tried to go for a slingshot moonsault out the ring, and this man, he kind of didn't sell it correctly. I don't know if he did it just to I don't know if he did it purposely just to make people think he was injured or whatever. Because I know some wrestlers, they do certain things to let people think that they're really hurt, but he didn't sell the moonsault correctly. He kind of landed on his shoulder, and it was kind of ooh. If you watch it, it looked like it hurt.
that was gruesome. That was gruesome, man.
I think I don't know which one was worse, or the Big E fail or the Sami Zayn fail. That was just crazy.
Man, when Sami Zayn hurt himself, I had to jump out my seat. I was just like, oh, I couldn't tell what was going on. I thought that man was really hurt. I thought they were about to stop the match. That looked
Oh
so,
yeah,
man. Hey, so since that was the match tonight, we had that's thumbnail right there. Make that the thumb. We got to make that thumbnail, man.
possible, possibly.
That was that man. I really thought that man killed himself. I really thought he was dead. But
Oh
that
man.
man after they fought each other, it was just back and forth, back and forth. Oh man, he hit this move on Kevin Owens. I thought Kevin Owens was done. Like he hit this big old backdrop on Kevin Owens' head. Like you know what I'm saying? It was loud too. That was on the hardest part of the
Oh yeah, yeah.
ring.
He suplexed
That was,
he suplexed Kevin Owens on the apron. That was freaking awesome. That was
it,
yeah. That
it was
man. Oh, it
loud.
was
It
loud.
was super loud. I was like,
Hey, that should be
oh,
an
I got.
OMG. That should be an OMG in
Oh yeah,
freaking
yeah, yeah.
17, 2K17. Oh yeah, throughout this match, Kevin Owens he caught Sami Zayn with the super kick like numerous times, and in this match his super kicks looked really good compared to his other matches. Like this, his super kick was on point. Like Sami Zayn tried to go for that DDT, that freaking OMG DDT through the apron, but then Kevin Owens just kicked him in his head, well in his chest, and caught him with it, and he hit that freaking rolling cannonball on him while he was stuck in the
Oh yeah,
turnbuckle.
on his head.
Yeah,
Like
on
man,
his
I
head.
thought at one point Sami Zayn had a concussion.
Yeah, Sami Zayn can sell now. He can sell moves like a boss. He can make it look as if he's really hurt. It's
Like
yeah.
man, I thought it was game, man. That Kevin, I picked Sammy, but at one point I thought I was wrong because Kevin Owens, that like as Sammy was going for Helluva, he ran right into a pop up. I was like, oh, man, this match had me at my seat. I really couldn't tell who was gonna win it. I really couldn't.
Man,
It,
but the ending was just crazy, man. This might be in his future Titantron. Like this is how it ended. Like Kevin Owens. Okay, and guys, we didn't mention that Kevin Owens he had a pop up powerbomb and Sami Zayn kicked out. But anyway, at the end, Kevin Owens was just slapping Sami Zayn. He would just slapping him around, and next thing you know, Sami Zayn just got fired up. Got up and hit him with that T-bone into the turnbuckle, and next thing you know, he freaking gave him a hell of a kick. He picked him up like he picked him up after the first hell of a kick. He looked at him like, oh yeah, it ain't over. He kind of gave him that look like, we came this far, man. Now it's time to end this right now. Put him back on the turnbuckle, ran back another hell of a kick, and that was it. That was game. That man hell of a kick the shit out of Owens, and that was a good
mm,
ass match. That was probably the best match of the night. Well, it was the best match of the night in my opinion. But moving on to the
it
next
was great.
match. What did you say?
So it was great. It was amazing.
Oh yeah. Moving on to the next match, we had Becky Lynch versus Natalia. Now, I really wanted Becky to win this match, man. She needed this win, but turns out, Natalia won. Unfortunately, like, it was a back and forth match, and Becky, she even tried to hit her armbar finisher, but then Natalia got out of it. And Natalia, when she put Becky in that sharpshooter, like she had that moving tight, and she kept dragging her from the rope constantly, and Becky just couldn't escape. And the next thing you know, the crowd was getting a little pumped up, like don't tap, because she was in that sharpshooter for a good while, and then she just tapped out, and that was it. She tried to fight, and on the
Man,
website they misspelled fight. They put FDIGH, they put fight. F Dite, whatever. But
But
she tried
really
to
though,
fight,
they
fight it out.
man, Becky's getting jobbed. Becky is getting jobbed, man. I hate it. I hate to see it, but it's real.
I don't know what's next for Becky, to be honest. I just don't know. I don't know what's next for Natalia. Well, Natalia, wait, which roster? Are they're on the same roster, right? Or are they like separate? Cause I forgot which roster. Who is who? Well, which is which on? I think Natalia is on SmackDown.
Oh yeah, Natalia's on SmackDown, and Becky Lynch is also on SmackDown.
Okay, they both on the same roster. Okay, good. But we might this feud might continue possibly. It might continue. I think it might go on to SummerSlam or just end on SmackDown in the future, and Becky might get that last victory. I hope she get the last victory because if she don't, that's gonna suck. But yep, that was Becky Lynch and Natalia. Moving on, we have Darren Young versus The Miz for the IC Championship. Now this match
And this
was
is
the
this
ending
match
was
was.
just kind of weird. It was crazy.
This nigga was acting like he went Super Saiyan or something. Like he unlocked new power. I don't understand what that was. All right, so Darren, he pretty much. All right, so this match, the way this match went was Darren. He put everything he had, man. He didn't give up. He put everything he had on the line, and I
He went to
mean,
work.
it all ended with like Bob Backlund and Maurice outside the ring. And Maurice, she pretended like Bob Backlund pushed her, and the Miz got mad. He went outside. He was about to fight Bob Backlund, and then Darren Young, I don't, something clicked in his head or what. He went mental, and he said, "Don't touch him, don't touch." And then he just went outside. He went ham
That
on the
man
Miz.
chicken wing the shit out of him. That man, he started humping him. He said, he was humping that. He chicken wing the shit
And
out of
Miz
him.
was tapping, "Get him off of
And
me, get him
the
off."
funny thing is, when Miz, like before this happened, Miz tried to escape the match, and then Bob Backlund was like, hell no. He gave him that look, like, where you going, boy? You ain't going nowhere. And then Maurice came up to Bob Backlund and slapped him. And then Maurice, she tried to make it seem like Bob Backlund hit her, like she fell on the ground. And next thing you know, the ref looked and Miz looked. She was like, he hit me, he hit me. He was like, no, I didn't. He got all pumped up, ripped his shirt off, ripped his shirt off. That was funny.
Yeah.
He ripped his shirt off and all. But then
But this
yeah,
match, it
this
ended
match
in
was a
DQ.
draw, pretty much.
Yeah, it ended in DQ. And the
DQ.
Miz won
The Miz won by DQ, yeah, because of that crap.
because of the lie, of course.
Yeah. So I guess we won't be seeing Darren Young, get a title shot anytime soon, since Miz is on SmackDown and Darren is on Raw. So, yeah.
Yeah, unless they get that because SummerSlam was for both
Yeah,
rosters.
yeah, you do, yeah.
Uh, Unless they get that rematch coming, then
Like
yeah,
at
that's
SummerSlam, I don't think
yeah.
they're gonna collide both rosters for the mid card championships. They're only gonna do it for like the tag team championships and the world title, like because they have one title representing one roster, and they're gonna have different matches. One match for Raw, one match for SmackDown, one match for Raw. Like a pattern kind of. And the next match was the Club versus Enzo Amore, Amore, Big Cass, and John Cena.
Hashtag I told you, Reaper.
Wow, and Reaper, he know who he is. Wow, that's messed up. But now this match was actually pretty good. This was actually a really good match. Like it was back and forth. Enzo, they came out and cut a promo. They did the typical S. Wait, did they do that? I don't know if they did the
Oh
SAWFT.
man, they went, yeah, they did it. They went
Okay.
through a lot of stuff before they got there. Like when I say they cut a long promo, guys, they like Enzo. He had these like he had his outfit for the night. It was a like if y'all don't know if you don't have an iPhone, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But it's an iPhone emoji. It's like the poop emoji. And Enzo had that on the back of his outfit tonight, and he was just like, "This, you see this right here?
Yep.
This is what AJ Styles and the club are gonna do once we get done beating them into plops." And like he just kept on going. He just that man was they were just dissing them badly, and Cena was just standing there. Cena was just listening. He was like, like Cena didn't have anything to say. And he was just sitting there watching, and I mean,
Yeah.
pretty much when they got done, the
He was
club
like,
came out with
he was
their
like, man,
tanks.
this the Mount Rushmore of the of the wrestling right now. Some
He
you
said,
say.
"I don't know if you guys know this, but this is the Mount Rushmore of the wrestling right here." And then the crowd just marked out. Like, they actually cheered Cena. Like Enzo got people that actually cheer for Cena. Shockingly, I was like, wow.
Oh, yep.
But I mean, pretty much. They talked for a very long time. Like I don't even remember everything. They talked for a super long time,
Oh yeah.
and then that led to the club coming out with the. By the way, they have this nice Japan gear. When that and they
I
but
think
how they
they
dominate.
just debuted it like their new like t-shirts because I'm not sure if they had this on SmackDown. Well, SmackDown or Raw last week, but they had this T-shirt. They look pretty badass. If you guys have played this game called Crackdown, like the logo on that game, it kind of reminds me of their logo that was on the T-shirt. It was pretty nice.
Yeah, like apparently it was all over social media. Their shirt, it was all over social media. I didn't see it up until the night, but apparently it was a big deal, like really big deal. But getting into this match, guys, this was a good. It started off a good match. Around the end, it was just basically just colliding, people hitting finishers left, right. And so this is what happened. All right, so Big Cass got in the ring, and both members of the club, Anderson and Gallo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gallows.
Anderson and Gallows. Yeah, they got in the ring and they hit the Magic Killer on Big Cass, taking Big Cass out the match.
Yep.
Uh, After that, so Big Cass was out. So then Enzo got in the ring. Enzo he took out he took out Anderson and no he took out Gallows and Anderson was still in the
No, no,
ring
no,
and
no, no, no,
Anderson
no. It was Anderson he took out, and then it was Gallows.
oh he
He hit
did
the
it
big
was
boot. He hit the big boot on the.
oh okay
Yeah.
oh that was a super kick that man
Yeah,
hit a
super
super
kick
kick
actually.
I
Gallows
was
hit
shocked that
Enzo with the
man
super
actually hit a
kick,
super kick
and that
yeah
was it.
Gallows hit a super and that's when
Now my
Cena
favorite.
had gotten the ring.
Oh yeah, before we reveal the ending of this match, my favorite part of this match was when the Big Cass he big boot the shit out of AJ, and AJ sold that big boot like a boss. He flipped over, and that was probably one of the best big boots I ever seen. That man big boot the shit out of AJ. And also when everyone started to collide when they was out the ring, Enzo hit a freaking he hit that if you guys are not familiar with the second rope DDT he does that he did this
Oh, that was
second rope
pretty.
he did it off the steps and he did it right on I think it was Carl Anderson and he landed perfectly. It was a pretty good looking DDT back
Yep,
and forth.
oh yeah, it was that was it was awesome. And pretty much this what happened. The two legal men were AJ and John Cena, and they were going back and forth, and they were both really tired. And AJ had got on the top rope. He was about to like dive down on Cena. Cena had ran, got AJ, and he had hit his good old. It's been a while since I've seen that. He hit his attitude adjustment off the top of the off the top of the rope on AJ,
Yeah,
and they picked
I'm
up
not
the
sure
pieces.
when was the last time we saw that. I remember he did it on Bobby Lashley back in '07. He did it between then and now, but I just can't
Uh,
remember when.
well, last time he did that was against Randy Orton in the
Yeah, I
Hell
think
in
it
a
was
Cell
Randy
match.
Orton. Yep. But
That was for a
that's how he
chance to
beat
face the
AJ.
champ.
That was a high attitude adjustment too.
It was really high. He threw AJ. He literally threw that. AJ flew. AJ he started rolling around. He just flew. I was like, dang.
Yep, and when the match ended, Big Cass, Enzo Amore, and John Cena, they was hugging and stuff, like, and I saw Big Cass, I read his lips, he told John Cena thank you, because, that was his first time teaming up with them, and, he appreciated, how they handled the match, I guess, and it's probably going to be our last time seeing them team up for a while, because, Cena's on SmackDown, and Enzo and Big Cass is on our Raw, so, as well as the club, AJ's on SmackDown, and the club is on Raw, so you might still see Enzo and, Big Cass feud with the club on Raw and see Cena still continuously feud with AJ on SmackDown. So
Yep.
possibly,
But
but
that's the possibility. That's actually a huge possibility.
yep. And what we had, and next was the highlight reel by Chris Jericho, and his special guest was, hey, nothing you get Randy Orton,
I voices in my head.
Randy freaking Orton. Nah, man, Randy he been working out a lot, man. He in pretty good shape, shaved his beard off and stuff, look like he's ready.
Yeah, that
But,
man. He came in like, and that man was a big face, a big
oh
baby
yeah,
face. That man, he was looking up for. I missed you guys. I missed you guys. He got in the ring. He was so excited. He didn't even do his pose. He was just like, oh my god. He got on the mic. He said, guys. He said, I've been through so much these past couple of months. He said one thing that was missing in my life for you guys.
that means said
I
DC
don't know
got
how
me
I
in
made
such a
it.
good mood.
Yeah, he man, like seriously, that man, he was a huge. I haven't seen Randy Orton that big of a face in ever. ever. That man was completely face, like 100%. Yeah, it was not one cent of that 2010 Viper. Yeah, that 2010 fight, that was that man's biggest time in being a heel. I
Yeah,
didn't see that any tonight.
yeah, and Jericho, he started to mess with Randy Orton, be the typical heel he was. He was like, I wonder if there'll be an RKO out of nowhere, but you never know. It might be a code break out of nowhere, and he was ha ha ha, no.
And like, oh yeah, he was just like, he was like, and he said, Randy, he said, the worst thing you can do to me is RKO me out of nowhere. When are you gonna do it, Randy? He said, it's gonna be now, RKO, now. How about now? You're gonna do it now? How about now? Like, dang, like, and Orton
and
was just
and,
quiet the whole
and
time.
also at one point, Orton he actually got on Jericho. He said he got Jericho confused with Ellen DeGeneres because of the hairstyle. I was like, damn.
Yeah, he got him. That man got him off.
I said, damn,
That
that
man
man.
got.
Orton, he was letting some words like, oh yeah, I'm glad I thought about this. When Jericho mentioned Brock Lesnar, he was like, I'm gonna do one thing Brock didn't do to win this match. I'm gonna fight clean. I'm not gonna use any enhancements. And I was like, damn. And if y'all don't know what that
Ooh,
means, he straight up said no enhancement needed, and he was referring to Lesnar's his failed drug test with the doping and all of that. And I was like, damn. And Orton even said ass at one point, and speaking of ass and speaking of the language or whatever, early on, I know I'm getting off topic going back early on in the show, but Enzo Mori said, what did he say? He said something.
he said
He
crap, and
said
they
crap,
blocked
and
it out.
and they actually blocked out. Like they blocked it out kind of late. He was like crap, and they blocked it out like a second after. I'm like, really? Y'all
And
blocking
then
out
he
crap?
said it. He said it the second time, but they didn't blink it out the second time.
I'm like, really? Y'all blinking that out? And Orton saying ass, and y'all not blinking? Man, what y'all referring to ass as a
Jericho
donkey?
said it too. Jericho said it
Yep.
too. He was
For
like,
sure.
Brock Lesnar's gonna kick your,
Yeah.
he just went in. But like,
And
guys, pretty much
yeah, go ahead.
like, at one point in this promo, Orton said like, Chris Jericho, he said, out of 15 years you've been avoiding Lesnar, why all of a sudden you want to come back and fight Lesnar? And Randy Orton, he was just like, well. I don't want to come back and I don't want to make a big return to face a little guy like Fandango.
Oh yeah, that was
And
funny.
he looked
He
at the
was like,
camera and
man,
then he winked.
yeah, he was
I
like,
was
man,
like, wow.
I've been out for 9 months. I want to come back and prove that I still have it and make an impact. I don't want to come back after 9 months and make a return and face Fandango. That was messed up.
Yeah, for real.
I wonder what
That man, he
Fandango
looked at the
thinks about
camera
that.
and winked.
Fandango was
He
probably
looked,
like, hell no.
and look, man, the funny thing, they're on the same show.
Yeah, he
They're
might,
on
hey,
the
he
same-
might face Fandango on SmackDown. He might face either
yeah,
Jericho or Fandango. Since he made that little
possibility.
reference, you know, that little diss. But Orton tried to tease Jericho into the RKO. He was like, no, Jericho was like, wait, you gonna hit it right now? He was just messing around with Orton, saying, oh, you gonna hit it right now? If I move this way, you gonna hit it this way? Oh, you're gonna hit it that way? If I move this way, you gonna hit it that way? And then Orton was like, Orton just pretty much tried to, he was teasing him for the RKO, and eventually, he caught Jericho. Jericho was like, "Wait, don't do it!" Like he had his arms up, like to, prevent it from happening. And Orton just started laughing. As soon as, Jericho, as soon as Orton, looked up at him, he just gave him the
Like, oh,
RKO.
yeah, he faked it.
He faked it, yeah.
He was like he like Jericho was about to walk away, and Orton tapped Jericho on the shoulder, and as soon as Jericho jumped, he jumped back, and like Orton was in RKO position. He was just like, I got you. I got
RKO.
RKO. It was just quick.
That was a
Man,
quick
it was
RKO
really
too.
quick.
That was a really quick
It
RKO.
was quick.
He
I was
RKO'd
like,
the shit
oh
out of him.
god. But I mean, that was pretty much it. And then he had that little baby face, that little baby face ending when he walked out. Yeah, yeah, he was just happy. I miss you guys.
Yep.
I love you guys so much. I love you. I was like, dang, this man is actually loving the people.
Yep.
But yep, that was it for that. And now we have the main event of the evening.
Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose for the WWE Championship.
And guys, I'm not gonna lie, when with Roman Reigns back, I didn't know what to expect from this man, but I think he's doing good. He did a great job tonight. Really,
Yeah.
I gotta give Roman Reigns, what he deserves. He did a great job. Also, Seth and Dean,
He got his ass
he
double
did a
teamed
great
too.
job.
Man,
Hmm.
this match was a really good match. It was back and forth, man. You had Roman hitting at one point Roman hit the Superman punch on set, then after that out of nowhere closed on from Dean. But the thing that surprised me the most was when Dean and Seth took, they teamed up against Roman. They was just beating the crap
They
out of
actually
him.
worked each. They worked with each
And at
other.
one point, they brought Roman out the ring and powerbombed this man through the table. I'm like,
It,
damn.
like the same type of triple power bomb they used to do to other people, they did it to Roman
Yep.
and took Roman out the match.
Remember,
And
remember at one point when these guys, I think they had a triple threat match back then at one point, and then uh, um,
it was a fatal four way
yeah, it
match
was a
between
yeah,
Randy
you're
Orton
right.
and the rest of them.
Yeah, I think they
And
powerbombed Randy Orton. Yeah,
like man, one thing that shocked me about this, like well, one thing that I thought as soon as this happened, this could set up for something between Ambrose and Reigns. What happened to our brotherhood? Last night we didn't seem to have it when you worked with Seth Rollins to powerbomb me. It could lead into something with Seth and I mean Dean and Roman. So I mean, never mind. Gasp! I forgot. They're not on the same show anymore.
yep, yep, yep.
Gasp!
Roman and Seth is on Raw, and Dean is on SmackDown. But
Yeah, but
let's yeah, back into the match. Well, like at the end, it was just between Roman and Seth. Roman and Seth was just going back and forth, and then at one point, Seth caught Roman Reigns with the pedigree, and then Roman kicked out, and after that, at one point Roman just speared the shit out of Seth, and then soon as the referee was getting ready to count, Dean came back in the ring, hit him with that dirty D's, boom, and that was it. 1, 2, 3, he pinned Roman, and that was it. That man
and
got him.
man, like
And he
oh yeah,
retained.
like and you have both of the rosters watching. You have the
Yeah.
SmackDown roster watching and the Raw roster. And man,
Yeah, you had Mick
guess who
Foley,
the first
Stephanie, Shane, and Daniel Bryan watching outside the ring.
yeah, and the first person who came in the ring, John Cena. John Cena came in the ring, shook Dean Ambrose's hand. You're the face of our
Yeah,
roster right now,
John
buddy.
John came to the running. I'm first in line for the title, so I'm going in the ring first.
Yep. And then look, you had
I'm just kidding. He didn't.
everybody on the
Yeah.
everybody on the SmackDown roster, including Randy Orton. Randy Orton went out there, and man, it was just
I saw
this
Miz.
like
They was all
tonight.
clapping. The whole
Oh yeah,
SmackDown roster was clapping. Mojo Rawley was out there. I saw. Yeah.
tonight. Yeah, tonight this wasn't just about Dean Ambrose. Even though this was Dean Ambrose's night, it wasn't just about Dean Ambrose. Tonight was all about SmackDown. Period.
Yeah.
SmackDown took the title
SmackDown took
home.
that W. They took the W tonight simply because they got the main championship. So SmackDown
Yep.
got the W. And the thing is, Dean needed that win because either way, if Seth or Roman won, the title was gonna go to Raw either way. So the chances of Dean taking a championship was smaller than Raw. Well, SmackDown's chances was pretty much smaller than Raw's chances, and SmackDown overcame the odds, and Dean got the title,
Yep.
retained the title.
So, Ason, what's your rating for this pay per view?
I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
Yep, same here. It was 9 out of 10. It wasn't 100% perfect, but that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn match, it put it up there.
Like
It did
the
some
thing that
good.
really defined this show was quality. Like the quality of the matches was pretty good. Like if you watch and they just like how they wrestle and all of that, and what came up to that point and how it ended, it was actually really good. Like the quality was
Yeah,
just good.
yeah, like man, before this match, I heard so much stuff. Like this pay per view is gonna be garbage. This pay per view is gonna be this, and it was the total opposite. It was good. This pay per view was truly good.
Yep.
And, I mean, I can't even put it down.
But
I
like I
truly
said,
cannot.
the match that made this show, in my opinion, was Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. The main event was pretty good, but that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, I knew before that match started. I was saying this before. That's gonna be a good ass match. And guess what happened? It was a good ass match.
Yep. You did say
That
that.
was a good ass match.
But you got anything else, man?
That's
Other than
pretty.
what a great night it was.
Yeah, that's pretty it. That's pretty it. Make
Can
sure
I
you
get that
guys
drum
leave a
roll,
like
bro?
and hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all comment, what y'all think of the show. If y'all have any questions, leave it in the comments. And yeah, make sure you hit that thumbs up.
Hey, son, I can't do this without a drum roll, man. Let's get ready to rumble! Bada bing, bada boom. Who are the finest guys in the room? Me and Ason. So, Ason, how you doing?
Girl, I want to see you strip.